Hi everyone, today's typical question called longest substring without repeating characters. So given string, we want to find the length of the longest substring without the repeating characters. For example, in example 1, here the string is ABC, ABC, and BB, right? And you see the answer should be ABC, because if we span from ABC to either number, for example ABCA, we immediately get the duplicate. So the length of ABC you see is 3. Okay, now see example 2 here, we have all these B's, right? And the answer can only be B, because if we expand from B to any other numbers, we get the duplicate B. So length you see is 1. And example 3 here, we have PWW, KEW, and the answer should be WK, because if we bound this one to either the left or the right, we get the duplicate W. So you see WK's length was 3, so we turn 3. Okay, now finish the quick introduction to this problem. The next thing to think how to solve this problem. So if you watch my previous video, you will understand for this kind of problem, I would prefer the sliding window approach, which is efficient and easy to understand. Let's use the example 1 and draw it on the right side to help you understand. Okay, so example 1, we have this string, right? And the string is equal to A, B, C, A, B, C, and B, B. And for this kind of sliding window approach, the first thing you initialize the current length, and this question will also need the maximum length at 0. Okay, let's use a different color to help the visual demonstration. Current length is here at 0, and also the maximum length is 0. Without that, in this question, we additionally need a counter, or you can say the dictionary, to count the frequency of each letter in a sliding window. So let's write the counter at this side. And the key of the counter, let's say L stands for letter. And then we need the count, right, to record the frequency of each letter in the sliding window. And now if I initialize the length and the counter, next thing to set the left pointer and right pointer both at the starting position. Now we see the sliding window only contains this element A, so we add this A to our dictionary and set the count to 1. Okay, so far, since count is only 1, we don't have any duplicate element, we can keep moving our right pointer to the next position. So the right pointer here, and then we meet another value B, right? So add B to dictionary and the count equal to 1. And then update the current length, maximum length, between this is 2 and this is 2. Okay, now finish that. You see, still at this step, we don't have the duplicates. So we have to move the right pointer to the next position, move the right pointer to here. And then we have additionally the 3, right? So see here, and the count should be 1. And at this step, we don't have any duplicates. So keep updating the length and moving the right pointer to the next position. Current length and next length should all be 3. Now we move the right pointer to this position and find, okay, the count to A changed to 2. So this means we have a duplicate, right? If that case, we have to deduct the left element and move the left pointer. So you see the left element is A, so deduct this 2 by 1, we get 1. And then we move the left pointer to the next position. So left pointer is here. And then we calculate current length with 3, and the maximum length is still 3. Okay, now we don't have a duplicate, we can safely move the right pointer to the next position, move right pointer to this position, and the B's count should be 2. This means B is duplicate, right? Sorry, let's use a secret color. Okay, so B is 2. This means B is a duplicate, and we have to move the left pointer. But before that, we had to deduct the left element. You see, the left element B, so this one should from 2 to 1. And then we move the left pointer to the next position. And update the current length, maximum length, which is still 3. And after that, we want to keep moving our right pointer at this position. And the C should have count equal to 2. Sorry, here change to 2. This means we have to further move our left pointer right. So you see the left element C, so change this one to 1, and then we move the left pointer to the next position. So left pointer is now here, and you see the current length, max length is still 3. We can keep moving the right pointer to the next position, right pointer here, and you see currently the bit count is 2, right? Okay, so change this one to 2. And this means bit duplicates, so I have to move our left pointer to next position. Left pointer move to this position, and age count directly from 1 to 0. Okay, and we have to update our current length, which is still 3. But at this step, we found, okay, bit count is 2, is still greater than 1. This means we have duplicate, so we have to keep moving our left pointer, move left pointer to this position. And if we do that, the count of b is shrink from 2 to 1. So this means we don't have duplicates, and we can update the current length at 2. But you see 2 is smaller than 3, so no need to update the next length. And we'll keep moving the right pointer to next position. And now b's count is go back to 2, right? This means b is the duplicate, and we have to keep moving the left pointer. So moving the left pointer to this position. And this means that the seed count should shrink to 0. Okay, so write 0 here. But here still the bit count 2, so this means b is the duplicate, and we have to keep moving the left pointer to the next position. If we move the left pointer to the right pointer position, which is the last letter in the string, we found, okay, b is eventually shrink from 2 to 1, and current length should be changed from 2 to 1. But here you see 1 is smaller than 3, right? So no need to update the maximum length. And we also find the left pointer and right pointer both reach the end of string, and we cannot go any further. So the only thing we want to do now is to return this maximum length. And we are done. Okay, now we should go through explanations. The next thing is to write code, right? So this code is actually very straightforward. So first let me write a general code. Well, the first thing is to initialize the vector as 0, and also the pointer which is 0. And we also need a counter to count the frequency, right? Okay. Now we want to move the right pointer to the next position. So for right in range length the string, we want to add the right element to the counter. Adding one counter. And while the duplicate, so how do we know it's duplicate? If the count for the right letter is greater than 1, which means duplicate element appeared, right? So I have to deduct the counter and left by 1 and move the left pointer. Okay. Once finished that, this means we have go out this other side of this while loop, and we have set by requirements. So we can safely update the window length. You see the current length, right? Minus left 1. And the maximum is the maximum to the previous maximum length. And by the way, return the maximum length should be done. Let's write it all, and let's submit the code to see it works. Okay, so the time capacity memory usage on this solution is not bad, right? If you find this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.